After. After. This is the after party. Well, not after party. Uh, it's something, I guess. Sort of just waiting. It's always good to have something to look forward to. If you feel down in the dumps, work is kicking your ass, and you're just kind of stressed. The holidays. It's always nice to have something to look forward to. And I enjoy the arts. I enjoy a nice time. I don't go to like museums or anything. Uh, hey, John, is that you? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
next time I'm gonna have you just turn your camera on just like really quick just to confirm
Okay.
it's you because
Okay.
you
Yeah.
yeah,
No worries.
we're cool. Okay.
So when I'm backstage, just give me like a minute so I can put on my Niner gear because like I'm like unpresentable. That's and also like I told one time Red Jet, I'm laying in my bed because I had foot surgery and I can't be on my feet and sitting down a
Yeah,
lot. And so that's
yeah.
why I don't show my stuff. It's nothing personal, but I'll do that. I'll do that. I forgot that I have a medium pizza that I ate like 2 slices, and so I just put it in the oven, and so I'm gonna let that warm
Oh
up.
man.
So
Yeah.
I'll probably stick around for like 15 minutes
All right, cool.
so I can eat and then go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm ending this pretty much at 11.
Yeah. There's Kenny.
Hey.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't get out of the chat section, but I'm okay now.
The
Yep. I've not been in the city of Pacifica since I was 14 years old because I was my freshman year, the freshman baseball team. We went out there to play a school. We beat them so badly, and after that, I've never been. I haven't been there since. So
Is Pacifica a bunch of apartments and stuff, or is it just all woods? Like it's like last I thought when I drove through there was like all trees.
well, it's right next to the Pacific Ocean. So like when you're driving, you see the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like a suburb. It's like basically like just homes.
Isn't it all the way on the south of San Francisco? Like,
So basically, you have SF, you have Daly City, then you have this thing called coma, which is basically like where people put the people who pass away in
okay.
the ground. But there's like 1,000 people who work there and like take care of the ground, so that there's sort of a town. And then South San Francisco, right next to South San Francisco, is Pacifica. So basically, I live in that weird corner from Daly City, Coma, South San Francisco, and Pacifica.
are you the big veterans what do they call the goddamn thing? Uh Cemetery. The big veterans cemetery
Nearby,
in
nearby Tanfred.
I think so. I think you go west off of El Camino, drive
Yeah.
west.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. My brother was
Yeah.
in the military, so when he was deployed, actually, he went to Camp Pendleton, San Diego.
Hmm.
He did his 4 year of volunteer service, and then he was finished. But he volunteered again, and then they stationed him in San Bruno, right next to the that little Marine. That's where they recruit, I think, in that area. Right
Hmm.
next to it is the cemeteries, and because I worked out there for like one school year, I took that El Camino bus, and so I would pass by it all the time. So it's right
It's
next.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, and it's huge. It's just
Funny thing about it, because it's so weird, because I don't spend time there, one time the El Camino bus was rerouted for some reason, and we passed by YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Wait
I
a
know.
second.
I know their address.
I'm like, wait a second. How the hell did I not know? Right behind Tanfran is
Yeah,
YouTube.
San Bruno. San Bruno.
And so in 2018, I don't know if it was it was big here in the Bay Area, but a woman who got her YouTube channel banned and she couldn't, because after the strikes, all that stuff, she was so like hysteric. She walked in there.
Yeah, and murdered him.
It was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh my gosh.
I didn't know
And
she murdered anyone, but I have thought about walking in there before. believe me.
so
No,
it was so hilarious.
I knew she was like mass shooting, right?
Yeah, so basically she lost the YouTube channel. And again, this is what the public defender said. She's basically not stable right now. Her mind is not, what's supposed to be, because she lost her YouTube. She invested. Whatever happened, it is what it is. And again, I'm not trying to label every person who loses a YouTube channel because of the guidelines and the strikes and whatnot, that they're all going to do that. It's just that, again, I am not a person who likes to make fun of people because like that, but I don't know why people go to an extreme to hurt someone because their social media account or, like they can't have their internet. Because there was a very local story down here in Daly City that, you got to actually know. A boy got into a fight with his mom because she took his computer. And then 24 hours later, the Daly City police arrested him for bludgeoning his own mother with the computer.
She fucked around and found out.
So,
Wow.
like, and I don't think every kid is like that. I just think that some kids just want to live online. And unfortunately,
I blame Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. So, see, I'm glad I was poor. And so I didn't own my first computer until I was 19. I didn't have my first cell phone until I was 17. And it was a thing called track phone.
Yeah.
Track
You
phone.
have to prepay minutes.
I remember, like, I thought, oh man, I got me a cell phone for $5 and I could put $20 and I had like 180 minutes, which was 3 hours. And I said, oh man, like, again, because I wasn't like my friends who like their parents got them those flip phones, and the phone at the time that was big was the Sidekick. This is before the iPhone Mania and all the other smartphones became big. So yeah, texting and calling was like, if you had that, boom, you were like the popular kid. Then when the smartphone came out, then those phones became obsolete.
I liked having a pager better, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when they like aerodynamically like got a lot of the bulk out of the flip phone. I kept my Motorola Edge or Motorola Razr for years.
I had a
it's
black
so comfortable. Put it in your pocket. It doesn't bulge. It's not uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
The only downside about the smartphone is the battery, and they're so heavy these days.
Mm-hmm.
Any of these things can blow up in your pocket.
They can?
The titanium batteries in there and shit.
Yeah.
Just like have your phone in your fucking pocket and then you blow your penis off and Apple's not going to do anything about it.
Wow.
No Apple care for that.
no Apple care for number.
Listen, my fear in life, I can't believe I'm going to share this. I never thought I would share this around people. My fear in life is having my man area any type of disfigured stuff because it's a very sensitive area. And
you have like nightmares about that too? Like you're in the ocean? And a shark just comes up and bites you in the crotch.
So I can't believe I want to say this, and I don't want to sound gross, but Carcast, Michael, and Spongy always do jokes of, playing with themselves.
What?
And, oh my gosh!
So I'm trying to be as very PG as possible because I do not like talking like them.
You mean
I
like
want to
this?
know how degenerate they are.
Like
Let me
that?
know how degenerate they are.
So me and YTC started to have a disagreement, and he says, men have needs, of course, but there are reports in ERs, and I mean it happens a lot, where that happens, and you can actually break that thing. You can break it, and so there's a study that 1,000 people per year go to hospitals in the emergency room for breaking their man for doing that,
Yeah.
and
Broke your dick.
and so
Seriously?
I'm like,
Are you
I'm
trolling,
glad,
John?
I'm glad.
Oh yeah, you can bend that thing in like an L shape.
Because, dude, that would be the most
Wow.
scariest thing. Like, you go to the emergency room. All right, why are you in for?
But it's a muscle, though.
Yeah, it's a muscle.
Yeah, that can snap.
I had a classmate at City College, and his girlfriend was a little bit too much for him, to say the least. One time they were doing, what couples do, and she had to take him to the emergency room. And the guy has a joke said, dude, babe, why did you, like, I would have died happy, babe. I would have died happy. But she's like, no, you're my man. I don't want you to die. So he was basically just joking. If that's his last memory, he would be really happy. So I met a lot of weird people when I went to college.
That's a good thing.
So
I met a lot of self-righteous moral assholes when I went to college.
Where did you go?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
I went to the University of Delaware.
Yeah, but I
boo.
can't because by human nature, eventually somebody's going to get mad at somebody else. And by human nature, it's just, yeah, the less we know about each other, the better.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, Cal is across the bridge. I wasn't smart enough to go there anyway. Stanford was so expensive, even though my parents would not have been able to pay that. So community college is still a college, and I tell young people today,
It is. Yeah.
Community college is a great alternative. Now, if you were like granted a scholarship and full ride, and you go to a good college and you're lucky, don't waste it, because there are a lot of
Right.
kids who would be honored just to go to a college and have a full ride scholarship. But community college allows you to work part-time and also go to school part-time. And so you learn if you want to continue to go to college. And that's what I did. The only thing I learned from community college was I did not want to go to college. I did get all my certifications for my jobs and all that stuff. I never graduated with the 2-year associate's degree, but I worked and I got a lot of great certificates that are beneficial for me for my career if I wanted to. But
Yeah.
community college is also good. And in 4.5 years I was there before I realized I don't need this. I paid less than $7,000 with the units, the books, the tuition, yada yada. And so it's better. I had a lot of friends who basically went to community college and then transferred and then went to SF State. And SF State at the time was about 15 grand. So they only invest like $30,000. So
Dude,
I think
That's
now
what
it's like 30 grand per year. So you are investing more than when I went to school.
Yeah.
I mean, it just paid off
It's-
my student loans, and they were like almost $300,000.
You just paid off? Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple years
I
ago.
had
Guess
I
what?
had no
A couple years after
idea
that,
how
they
lucky I
pardoned
was.
everyone, and no one had to pay their loans. I was the last idiot to pay his loan off.
I had no idea how lucky I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parents, I mean, that's why I owe my parents so much. They paid for my college,
That's awesome.
and listen, I am very blessed to have had that because graduating right right in the middle of the recession
Yeah.
was, and then trying to get a job, knowing that you have to constantly have these fucking payments or going in. And that's why there's so much stuff about student loan forgiveness. I mean, they basically made college into a Ponzi scheme.
Absolutely. What I was just going to say to you is that you should only go to college if you absolutely have to or if you absolutely want to, because you don't, in my opinion, you don't need to go to college unless you need a degree. Otherwise, you can learn everything that you can learn in college, you can learn by yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so save that money, start a business instead of
There,
being like
but
me and paying it 30 years after you graduate.
Mhm.
there are things that you might not have ever knew about that you find out about in college.
Like weed.
No, I'm talking about like stuff. I'm talking about, well, I'm just talking about stuff you said, like it's all stuff you can learn on your own. That's correct.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have known it existed, the concept, the idea,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
book, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like if you, that's up to you. Like there
Yeah.
weren't, not everyone could go to college like 100 years ago. So
So
you
Oh,
wanted
of
to do something.
course.
here's
I
a
was,
yeah.
I just wish
I
I could have
like,
saved some money is all.
yeah. Well, that was the good thing. Like, in California, between the California state schools and the University of California schools, they have this transfer program where you can get your prerequisites
At a
done
community college,
at a
then
local
transfer.
community college and then transfer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I made the mistake of going out
Yes.
of state, and so I
Yeah.
had to pay for a lot of things. I should have stayed in state.
Yeah. So I want to do a very quick point, and then I really appreciate, but uh, Jimmy Garoppolo, like people don't like him because he wasn't a really good quarterback, but the money that the Niners gave him, and probably it's very noble that he's giving that money back. His father was an electrician, and so he did a trade. And I remember he was on a CBS radio show, and he was promoting that every year they're going to give a $10,000 scholarship for trade school, and then over time they were going to do like 10 for the state of Illinois for people to promote. Because and I'm glad the money that the Niners gave you, you're giving it back, to the
Yeah.
community. And the reason why a lot of people went away from trade, and I really don't like to, like Corey Davis says, like we keep it football, but after the recession and after 2009, former President Barack Obama, he incentivized students by taking money from the government and moving them away from trade and say, you know what, let's modernize everything. Fuck old industry. And again, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that he was right or wrong, but he basically just like dumb politicians, because they're all dumb. You cannot eliminate manufacturing, because even
Yeah.
manufacturing, and so trade has now become now really big. And you can hate, the guy who's going to be in office very soon, but one thing that you do have to understand is that you need plumbers, you need people
You
who,
need electricians.
yeah, you need that type of work. You need people who can fix your cars, because eventually,
Exactly.
if you don't know how to fix cars, then you have to go to a mechanic. And so
Right.
knowing that stuff, like wood shop, I wish they would
Yeah.
bring wood shop backs, because you could teach kids how to make stuff. I remember when I was a freshman and I said, oh, I'm going to do wood shop. We're taking wood shop away. So my older siblings, my older, cousins, things like, they were able to learn how to do that, and I couldn't, because they took it away. Luckily,
That's
luckily, my foster father was a big, and he taught me how to use saw, hammers, cut wood, all that stuff. He taught me when we were fixing his home. So I could put a door, I could take a door down, I could sand it. I know how to take out a battery from a car. I know simple, basic stuff from
yeah.
cars. But yeah, so I just wish
My
that.
dad taught me the same thing. Yeah.
So, but
So much fun.
besides all of that, I really appreciate you, buddy. But I gotta go. I'm really hungry now, and I think
All
I'm
right.
about to pass out.
What time is it? Oh, it's almost 11 anyways. All
So
right. I'll just end it here.
good night.
Have a good night, man. Take care. Bye-bye. Fuck the Bears.